Hello, everybody. I'm Alex Aquarius, and welcome to the Plain Mundane Show. Today, we're going to talk about the world governance that the Pope is calling for, and also the United Nations, for the nations to come together, agree on one set of laws, one set of rules, one way to govern, and one religion coexist in basically one religion. So the Pope is working together with Ban Ki-moon, head of the UN. So I found an article by a guy named Jerome Corsi. We're going to read that. This is from the WND website. I'll have a link below. This is about the climate change conference and the calls for global authority. United Nations. The UN General Secretary's appearance at an upcoming Vatican event promoting a worldwide movement to combat climate change, coupled with a pontifical paper calling for the establishment of a global political, economic, and financial authority cultivated by the UN, has caught the attention of an author who believes the developments support predictions in his 2012 book. The Vatican's Protect the Earth, Dignify Humanity conference, April 28th, which will feature UN Secretary Ban Ki-moon, aims to 1. Elevate the debate on the moral dimensions of protecting the environment, and 2. Build a global movement across all religions for sustainable development and climate change. Thomas Horn, co-author with Chris Putnam of Petrus Romanus, The Final Pope is Here, notes the Vatican Conference anticipates the encyclical on global warming and the environment by Pope Francis, currently scheduled for June or July publication. Horn sees the Vatican's attempt to join forces with the United Nations on issues of global warming and climate change as additional evidence the Vatican is following a blueprint for structuring the world's political and economic authorities into a centralized world government. He points out that Cardinal Tucker Turkson, the head of the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace, helped write the first draft of the Pope's encyclical and also wrote a document in 2011 on behalf of the Vatican calling for establishing a global authority to eliminate economic inequalities and redistribute wealth. Expected to attend the Vatican Conference is U.S. economist Jeffrey Sachs, the head of the Earth Institute at Columbia University and a special advisor to the UN Chief on Millennium Development Goals. Sachs also serves as the director of the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. Horn told WND for people should sit up and take notice of the UN event because of the Vatican's October 24, 2011 document authorized by Turkson titled Toward Reforming the International Financial and Monetary Systems in the Context of a Global Public Authority. Horn said the paper amounted to a call by the Vatican for a global political, environmental, and financial authority to be established under the United Nations. It's a 900-year-old prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. Petrus Romanus in the documentary film The Last Pope will take you on a remarkable time journey that leads to startling conclusions. In the document, Turkson acknowledged, a long road still needs to be traveled before arriving at the creation of a public authority with universal jurisdiction. It would seem logical for the reform process to proceed with the United Nations as its reference, Turkson continued, because of the worldwide scope of the UN's responsibilities, its ability to bring together the nations of the world and diversity of its tasks and those of its specialized agencies. Turkson described the Vatican's view of what an ethically acceptable global economic development would look like. The fruit of such reforms ought to be a greater ability to adopt policies and choices that are binding because they are aimed at achieving the common good on the local, regional, and world levels, he wrote. Among the policies, those regarding global social justice seem most urgent. Financial and monetary policies that will not damage the weakest countries, and policies aimed at achieving free and stable markets and a fair distribution of world wealth, which may also derive from unprecedented forms of global fiscal solidarity, which will be dealt with later. Global public authority. In their book, Petrus Romanus, Horn and Putnam said the Vatican directive attempts to devise a moral mandate for establishing a global public authority and a central world bank. Horn also drew attention to Caritas in Veritate, or charity in truth, the third and last encyclical published by Pope Benedict XVI before he abdicated the papacy, which advocates a world political authority. One of the global authority's aims, Benedict said, should be to manage the global economy, to revive economies hit by the crisis, to avoid any deterioration of the present crisis and the greater imbalances that would result, to bring about integral and timely disarmament, food security and peace, to guarantee the protection of the environment, to regulate migration. Benedict said that in the face of unrelenting growth of global interdependence, there is a strongly felt need, even in the midst of a global recession, for the reform of the United Nations organization, and likewise of economic institutions and international finance, so that the concept of the family of nations can acquire real teeth. Yeah, real teeth. Lizard teeth. In an email to WND, Horn affirmed that conclusions of accuracy in media's Cliff Kincaid after the publication of Caritas in Veritate in 2009, Kincaid is right to be concerned why the leader of the worldwide Catholic Church, considered by Catholics the personal representative of Jesus Christ, has become an advocate for one of the most corrupt organizations on the face of the earth, the United Nations, Horn said. These developments have prophetic implications for Christians who fear that a global dictatorship will take power on earth in the last days. All right, folks, there's your article on United Nations with the Vatican and global governance. Have a nice day. I'm Alex Aquarius. Please hit like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I make more videos. I'm out. Peace.